Yo, what is going on, guys? Digrex here, and today I'm coming at you with a brand new video. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the heroes that are going to maybe be coming in Season 6 for Honor. So I love Season 5, and I love all the changes that they made in Season 5, but they didn't really add any new content. They didn't add a game mode, they didn't add new maps, and they didn't add new heroes, which is honestly just a little bit depressing. So, Season 6, I'm here today to show you guys, or tell you guys about some ideas or some rumors that have gone around about what the next heroes will be for Season 6 and what the heroes could be for future seasons after that. So guys, there are a few ideas that are flowing around right now, and some of which sound pretty cool to me, some of which are a little bit more fleshed out than others, but I'm going to name you guys some of the cooler ideas, and I will link some of these Reddit posts in the description below. Not all of them are Reddit posts, some of them are rumors going around the community. Some of them are ideas from Reddit users about potentially new heroes and the weapons and stuff that they will use, classes and all that stuff. So here we just have a few ideas that aren't very fleshed out. So a knight hero could be a Templar. He would use a sword and a kite shield, which I think would actually be really cool, because really the only hero we see use a sword and a shield is the Warlord, and he doesn't really even use like a traditional sword with his shield. And with a kite shield, if you guys don't know what a kite shield is, it's like it's shaped like a kite. It's very, very large, so it would be pretty cool. I think that would definitely be awesome to have a longer sword and a shield. See what kind of longer range combos you can do while still being defensive with this shield. So now the next one is a knight heavy called the War Priest, and I think this is probably the coolest idea on the list. You have basically uses a warhammer, and that would be a two-handed weapon, probably a lot slower, and I will go more in depth on him later. I'm just reading out some ideas. We also have another Viking Vanguard, a Marauder. He would use a war pick or a pickaxe. This I could see potentially one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon, a large pickaxe or a small pickaxe. Either way, I think it would be pretty dope. We have a Viking Heavy called an Aldhender, I believe is how you pronounce it. And you would use a maul, which is similar to a hammer. This would probably be two-handed. I like the hammer ideas, considering that one of the only blunt weapons we have in the game is Shugoki's staff, and that still has spikes on it, and we really need more blunt weapons rather than blades. I think that would be pretty dope. And a Samurai Vanguard, the Sohi, he would use a quarterstaff, which basically, if you do not know, it's similar to the Nobushi, except it does not have the blade, so it would be another blunt weapon, which would really be cool to see the staff in play. It would probably hit you over the head a lot, make it pretty woozy. We have another Samurai Heavy, the Shokona, and you'd use a Knuckle Duster, which is basically brass knuckles. Be kind of like a brass knuckle, an old-fashioned brass knuckle, maybe wood or something like that, which would be super dope. So Shugoki would have a little bit of competition, which would be really, really dope to see, since there are no other really samurai heavy heroes. So now we have a few more ideas that were fleshed out. Like I said earlier about the War Priest would be so dope. And here's kind of a concept for him. Holy Man taking up arms with a warhammer. The fighting style for him would be defensive, heavy damage, slow movement, and a healer. So the healer would probably have to do with his feats, probably similar to some Nobushi feats where he can heal his teammate as well as himself, his teammates as well as himself. And he would probably definitely be a heavy, as we see, defensive, heavy damage, slow movement, as you would have with a giant hammer. And then we have a class-specific feat, Death Vault, marks enemy, cannot regen health, slow stamina recovery. Divine Intervention, gives target allies unlimited stamina for 10 seconds. And so really he would be a kind of a support hero, a heavy support hero in 4v4. And I would have to see where he goes in 1v1s, because most of the 1v1 heroes I feel like are kind of the faster heroes. But if he has some decent mix-ups, then he could potentially be pretty good in the 1v1 scene. So now we have the Marauder. The Viking Marauder. Hammer-wielding warriors believed to possess the strength of the gods. Fighting style is a hybrid. And then we have some class. So he would probably be pretty fast. Like, it's hard to tell when he just says hybrid as this user has not fully fleshed out the idea, or the idea isn't fully fleshed out within the community, because hybrids can go from a Highlander or a Lawbringer all the way to a Valkyrie, so hybrids have a lot of different fighting styles. If I were to guess, this would probably be a slower character with some faster jab attacks in there with his hammer. Class-specific feats: Son of Thor, speed boost, damage up, lightning strike, light attacks become uninterruptible. So that makes me also think that he would have some fast light attacks, and that would be pretty dope. And then the next one we have is the Samurai Shaolin, fist fighting monk with metal bracers, fighting style, melee specialist, anti-gank, class specific feats. So I think this would be pretty dope. I really want just like some hand-to-hand combat, and I think either, you know, the Samurai Heavy using a knuckle duster, or maybe the monk with metal bracers, kind of like, so like metal bracers similar to brass knuckles would be totally dope. I can see a lot of fast attacks with these heroes, low armor, and I think it would be awesome to have a hero that just doesn't use the weapon at all and just use brass knuckles. There's so many creative ideas here that Ubisoft can take from, and I'm sure obviously some of these heroes are rumors for a reason. I really hope that the War Priest is a thing, but I hope Ubisoft is developing these characters or takes these concepts for these characters and puts them in the game. So we have class-specific feats for the Shaolin, the fighting monk. Dragon's Fang, 360 kick that knocks opponents down and does minimal damage. Then we have 1000 cuts. When active attacks cause internal bleed damage. The intercepted fist, when activated, all parries are countered with heavy hands. And of course, that would be pretty dope. And I think some of the stuff, like, you know, some of the stuff with the fist fighting heroes would be a little bit hard to work out in a like realistic medieval fighting scenario. Although, if they have like hand protection or arm protection, stuff like that, which I'm sure they would, you can obviously see them parrying and stuff like that, which would be really cool. And I just really hope that Ubisoft takes some of these concepts are definitely going to be put in game probably sometime in the future. Hopefully sometime. I really like the War Priest idea. The War Priest idea is really good. Let me know which some of these ideas that you guys like the best in the comments below. I'm sure some of these ideas are going to be put in the game if it's not going to be put in the game in Season 6. These are just some potential rumors, ideas, concepts that we could see in the future, and especially Season 6. But I hope that they add heroes soon, or it'd be so dope if they added them mid-season, kind of like how Mortal Kombat does, rather than having the whole content drop at the start of each season, which I do like in some ways because it gets you excited for the start of each season, and each season is unique in its own way. Although Mortal Kombat just kept the game constantly alive, kept the player base constantly there by like slowly adding characters. Same with like another fighting game, Injustice. They just kept adding different fighters over time rather than dropping them all at the same time, which I think that we could probably use here in For Honor. But that's just my opinion because the player base is pretty small right now, and of course players come back with each season. But you want to keep the player base alive for the long run, not just fluctuating up and down constantly. But that's just my opinion. I hope they add some content throughout the seasons that's not just cosmetic stuff. I really would like to see a new hero or a map in there somewhere. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, subscribe for more Sea of Thieves, For Honor, Overwatch, Fortnite, Destiny gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been Digirex. Peace.
I'm open to mine, so we all need some time just to settle down. Won't you come around, cause I never can leave it alone. Talking about somebody rolling, Boulevard dining, making it count for efforts I can't explain. Ballin' and feeling we drowning, never been humbled by playing the fighter.